Whoever feels brave enough to be first on the chopping block, head on up. So, our first contestant up is Hallian. How about you tell us a little bit about your character and your costume?
Yeah, sure. So, the character is not made specifically for this show, because I'm lazy. But I've tried to pick something that works, and I feel like it works pretty well. It's the Marvel type of hero. It's really based around the idea of Odin. People usually would go for Thor, I guess, but I find Odin to be the more interesting of the two. And I really tried to find at least a breastplate and shoulders and something that, I couldn't really do much with the lower body because Guild Wars 2's fashion doesn't allow for the type of heavy armor that Odin is wearing in the MCU movies, but I've tried to get as close as possible with the overall look, and I chose this hammer because I like it, and I feel like, there is no spears in Guild Wars 2 again, but I feel like this is something that Odin carry into battle. And the pieces that I used, it's the tier 3 cultural pants and breastplate for the non. So the stack. Then there is militia pauldrons, heavy antique gloves from End of Dragons, and Watch Night Griefs from the Living World Season 1 rewards. And the hammer is Genesis, the unique exotic skin. Of course, I'll also provide screenshots for the armor pieces and the dice that I've used, so that will be all in the video, but for the most part the dice are Autumn, Charcoal and Sarcophagus. I might have forgotten to turn my helmet on.
Oh, you have that too?
I mean,
Because maybe it's Odin before war.
yeah, it's the kind of Odin where he still has both of his eyes, or he went to like restorative eye surgery or something.
Yeah.
But we can instead go for like a war helmet, but it's fine. Everybody will adjust their headpiece to whatever they. This is my Odin, and he's got both eyes, and he sees you.
As our first contestant, we're already bringing the thunder with these costumes. I'm excited to see what else we've got. So up next we have Lunar Reaper, who appears to be bringing a Ringmaster costume, ready to steal the show. Take it away.
Yeah, exactly. Jack the Reaper, specifically with my Reaper build. The ultimate London Reaper, wearing the top hat, some heritage clothing, the outer coat and the mantle, have acolyte gloves, heritage pants, and seer boots, all done in Thistle Sea, the red lion, as the reds and the whites just celestial.
Yeah, I especially like the theming with Jack the Ripper to be Jack the Reaper.
Yeah,
That is definitely above and beyond from me.
It's went out and made him specifically for the Reaper build. He used to belong to another guild called the Reaper's Angle. So it was like Reaper on Reaper on Reaper. And actually, this isn't just Halloween specific get up. It's the hooded cloak, the one that comes either with with arrows.
All right. Thank you very much. Up next, we have Joxy Shimmershank. Why don't you take it away and tell us a little bit about your costume? It appears to be a miniature Grim Reaper setup. If you would like to ping a couple pieces of armor.
He-Man, okay.
Skeletor, arch nemesis to He-Man.
You're
I
missing
like
a
that.
couple of bones. A couple of ribs.
Just gotta get a little bit closer to see the full costume. But yeah, that pulls together really nicely. Looks like you are missing a couple bones, but I guess it's hidden under the shrouds, yeah?
I'm so shocked.
Any other pieces of armor or dyes in particular you think pull this together? So mainly the purples and blues, what really pull them together. Do you know which, or can you tell us which dyes in specific are the purples and blues you've used for this? So just plain purple dye with the brook as the blue, and then abyss for the eyes and illumination for the skull. Pulls it all together quite nicely. All right, thank you very much. All right, looks like we have Ezio Auditor from the Order of Whispers. Oh wait, no, I don't think that's quite right. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your costume?
My name is Ezio Auditor da Firenze. I was born a nobleman in the Renaissance, known for my historian and philosophy. I am a master assassin and mentor of the Italian Brotherhood of Assassins.
I think we already know what the inspiration for this is, but if you could, just tell us a little bit more about what inspired you to bring this costume together, and any of the pieces you think really complete the deal.
Definitely the white and red dye, the coat that has silver in it as well, really makes it feel like, it's an Assassin's Creed.
Do you have a wrist dagger, or do you have just a plain old dagger that you stab people with?
I have a dagger. It's a wooden one.
That sounds even more lethal, or at least at the very least irritating, because you get splinters inside of you, and then those can get infected. That's just terrible. You really are the cruelest of the cruel, aren't you? Are there any pieces you think of that costume that really complete it? And so the subterfuge hood, which is the one of the starting hoods you can get as a thief, right?
Correct.
And then Marauder shoulder guards, carapace jerkins, secret gloves, the funerary leggings, and the rogue boots. So a very nice costume with not a whole lot of gold investment, which is really nice. All right. Thank you very much, Ezio. Up next we have, it appears to be Alice McMillan.
Yeah.
Please take center stage and tell us a little bit about your costume.
Oh, come on, you have a very bad thing to to turn my mount around, but okay. Okay, so I did not do a cosplay of something in particular. I actually based my character on some fire, pretty much like fairies that I've read in some books. The whole idea is that it's an ice fair. They have demonic origin, thus the horn and the wings. And, well, the hair kind of imitates my hairstyle, really, to a degree at least. So I just kind of would like to be that person, to a degree. Alice is based on Alice in Wonderland, like the name, at least. That's where it originated from. And I mostly use white and blue because these are my favorite colors. As a dye, I mostly use Eternal Ice and not the Permafrost, because even though it would be appropriate for a nice fairy, it's too bright, and I do have Aurora activated because of the it gives the sense of ice emanating from my body somehow. So yeah, that's the whole idea. My wings are flopping as well, so I love that. Yeah.
So of the pieces of your outfit, are there any pieces that you think particularly complete the outfit or pull it together?
The idea is that the wings actually go well with the horns, I think, because they're both draconic, pretty much. And what I really based the whole outfit around was the leggings as well, because I love it that it's pretty much tight. It's not just a skirt, and it has this thing that's falling from above, and I like how it flops when I go up and down. I don't know if you see it. It actually goes, it falls around. So that was the base of my outfit, really. Yeah, I like that they're moving. And the thing is, the top, I was looking for something that would not affect the fact that my belly button is showing due to the skirt, because all the long blouses, I had things that I liked more. But all the long things actually left something to be shown there. It didn't quite fit. So I went with this that seemed simple enough, but, not like I'm wearing kind of my brow or something. So, yeah.
It's fairy, not furry. I keep hearing furry.
No, it's not a furry. I'm definitely not furry. Thank you very much. That's for the chars.
Wow, okay, I'm getting called out here.
I just realized
Shots fired.
I realized the mistake. That was the yeah.
For
Oh, I only voted yes because I thought she was a furry.
oh, come on! Now.
Oh god! Poor Trish.
All right, thank you very much, Alice. Up next, we will bring My Lady Sylvanas. I wonder where this is inspired from. Please take us to center stage and tell us a little bit about your costume.
Of course, Lady Sylvanas, Windrunner, the most hated person in World of Warcraft. Me, person who wants burn everyone. What can I say? That's enough for me.
That's enough.
Yeah, that's enough.
Well, are there any armor pieces, dyes, or infusions that you think really pull the entire look together?
Yeah, we don't have in Guild Wars so elfish ears, so she got a cat hoodie, pretty much good, I think. And dyes are mostly midnight fuchsia, vintage silver, and dark.
And that weapon looks pretty formidable. What is that weapon skin you've got going on there?
Shadow longbow. Bow looks, I think it's pretty okay for me. That's all.
Okay. Is it the character that's also like in Heroes of the Storm? Do they?
Yes, it's one of basic characters from Blizzard.
Oh, okay, good. Because I haven't played Warcraft, but I have like no.
Shame on you.
Oh, come on.
So I have also nice pet for her that called Nathanos, and second one, Khadgar.
Okay.
Those people who play World of Warcraft knew what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, of course, can I stretch also for you?
No.
Now, we need to keep
You
this
don't like when I
PG-13.
stretching team, oh wow. I know, that's why I do that.
Second all into the jar.
Thanks.
Alright, thank you very much. We'll put up the vote. Again, if you think Sylvanas Windrunner is worthy of not burning the world to cinders, press yes for the ready check.
I will press it, but you have to stretch.
Now, we're not wind trading here.
She is.
Beautiful.
I
Beautiful.
must put no on my
You have to put yes on yourself.
put yes. Okay.
Yeah, you can vote for yourself.
I didn't
Yeah,
vote for
thanks.
myself.
I didn't
want
vote
my
for myself
extra
either.
vote.
What?
What?
Alright. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Next we have Sherlock. Take it away.
Okay, hi everybody. So basically, Sherlock Holmes is taken from Sherlock Holmes, and the Holmes part is from my Megazord. That's my main character. For those who don't know, Sherlock Holmes started in 1887, so I kept all my outfit as basic and traditional to that time period as possible. Basically, it's transmuted to World legendary armor with the Ringmaster hat. Country ministry's shoulders, country coat, prayer beads which from the gem store, country pants, and triumphant footgear for the feet. Also using the antique dragon cape. The dyes are basically straw dye, molten and flame dye, and then with.com. Weapon-wise, I've got bow and rod guard, and also I can swap that over. Orion's insight for the staff. So that's basically my character.
But I must say, I love how you've managed to make such a gorgeous outfit with some of the basic first level materials that you, or outfit pieces that you get in this game. It just goes to show again, as was mentioned earlier, that some of the, well, most of the early game stuff is so incredibly detailed that you can do a lot with very little. Looks wonderful. Thank you very much. Of the pieces that you've included, are there any that you think really complete the piece?
I think the top hat goes quite well with him. Definitely gives him his final part.
Wonderful.
I thought he was Mad Hatter in the beginning, and I was happy because he was like Alice in Wonderland.
I can be that.
Calm down, you two. Calm down.
From Alice in Wonderland.
All right.
The first time
Well,
was
if
a
we think-
30, then it's it harder, okay? Never mind.
Well, if we think that Sherlock Holmes has cracked the case on how to get first place, vote yes. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Carlton. If you could, please tell us a little bit about your outfit.
Alright, since no one's reading and this is text only. That Balrog thought he was pretty tough, but he wasn't prepared for Gandalf the Gruff! The entire premise of this costume is, what if Gandalf was really buff? That's it, no deep backstory, right? Smiley face. Let's face it, the only important part of this outfit is the wizard hat, basic softwood staff, and a wing tunic to show off Gandalf's guns, of course. Dyes are heavily grey, big surprise, dust fog and ebony with pottery to color the rope around his chest.
It appears that Sun's Out, Guns Out isn't his only mantra, but be prepared is as well. All right, so with that in mind, I guess we'll just move to the voting. Up next, we have the Highlander.
That's
Coming
it.
to show us what's good.
Go, Pearl.
I'm the right Power Ranger. I had to be done.
So, do you want to tell us a little bit about your costume?
I'm the right Power Ranger. I got the profane armor piece and the gas mask for my head. I always brought up the Power Rangers when I was little. Tommy is the best Power Ranger ever, so that's why I picked Tommy.
Now, let's see. I see you've got the costume unlocked. Do you have the weapons to match it too?
I do not know.
Which dice did you use for that?
I used permafrost for the white, gold for the gold bits, and abyss, shadow abyss for the black.
Definitely high contrast, and it definitely looks really good together on that outfit.
Thank you.
All right, so if we think that the Power Ranger of the white variety is worthy of winning this, let's get the ready check going. Vote yes if you think they do. We're ready for our next contestant, whoever is bold enough to take the stage. We have Haunted Loaf Lonefall.
Yeah.
All right, tell us a little bit about your costume.
Well, hopefully you can tell what I am. I've gone for what I hope is a relatively recognisable character. I'm Sheik from the Legend of Zelda series. I really have always wanted to use the Corsair turban skin for something, and it seemed like a perfect opportunity. And yeah, lots of the other armor pieces just kind of came together. I've got the Metal Legion t-shirt with the red symbol, kind of shows the Sheikah eye that would have been on her top. The Martial hand wraps are a pretty good fit for what she wears. I couldn't get shin plates on the shoes, but I think overall it's a fairly good representation, I hope. And then this is a costume in 2 parts, so I'm gonna screw this up. So let's see if I can do this. I transform into
Ooh, the transition!
into Princess Zelda.
And the Weaver animations really do look absolutely fantastic.
It was a
on
toss
that
up
dice set,
between
yeah.
going for a daredevil for Sheik, but I don't have a female thief. My thief is male, so I was like, right, okay, we're going with the Weaver things, because that fits Zelda quite well, I think. And I had to get kind of creative with this half of the costume, because despite having quite a lot of light armor unlocked, I felt like I didn't really have a very good dress without using an outfit. But hopefully it works still. Yeah, just actual dresses are not really found outside of the gem store, it feels like. But yeah, that's what I've done. I hope everyone likes.
Yeah. So on the outfit, are there any dyes that you think really complete the piece?
I need to remember which ones I used. On this half of the outfit, the Zelda half, I'm using. I really love the Infernal dye. I think it really brings out some of the textures of some of the outfit pieces. And I've paired that up with antique gold for the jewellery. and then Mithril and Watermelon for the rest of the ranks. On the chic half of the outfit, let me just swap back. Let me remind myself what I did. I've got Denim and Midnight Sky for the 2 blues, and then more Mithril for the wraps and the headscarf, etc.
All right, thank you so much. Up next, we have Monacor. All right, if you could tell us a little bit about your outfit.
Yeah, we were talking about Discworld books a few weeks ago, so I decided to go with Death from the Discworld books. Nothing much to tell other than that. Essentially, it does the Black Infusion and the Toy Shell Infusion. Night Fury.
Yeah, I was going to say the Night Fury skin looks really good. It's one of my favorite shoulder pieces in the entire game. I do wish that they would finally make it into a proper infusion, but at the same time, it really works well with a lot of the outfits that you can make with it. And you said that this was Death as inspired by the Discworld books?
Yeah, the Discworld books, because it's a hero there, so it's a hero and villain stuff. Yeah, I used the Black Infusion, and then I dyed it with the whitest white I can find on the gloves.
How can you get the Night Fury skin? I've never seen it before.
I
So
crafted it.
Night Fury is craftable, or you can purchase it off the TP. It's pretty expensive to actually craft, and Halloween is the time to do it if you do intend on crafting it. All right. Are there any other little tidbits about the costume that you'd like to mention? Not, we'll get voting up and going.
No.
All right. So if you think Death should be the one to take home the gold, remember, press yes or the ready check. Since I'm technically not participating, but I did get a little bit dressed up for this. So normally I do very flashy costumes whenever I do these, but I figured something this year would be a lot simpler. And with an Iron Legion Scrapper, once a Scrapper, always a Scrapper. So I have equipped the Machined Shield, the Wrench Mace, which is the Fixer-Upper, as well as a bunch of just basic pieces of equipment. Leather Mask, Rascal Shoulders, Rascal Coat, Duelist Gloves, Noble Pants, and Noble Boots. All of which are things that you'll come across pretty early on in your adventuring careers here in Tyria. But I think the basic fit of it really works together to give you this mechanist, like shop floor scrapper kind of vibe, and really pulls it together. In terms of the dyes, as I'm sure you can see, most of them are mostly denim. But we do have a little bit of blue steel, a little bit of shadow abyss, and just a couple pieces of chocolate in there, just to give the leather strap a little bit more of a richer brown color. Other than that, this is the plain and simple budget. I also did just get a piece of paper slipped into my inventory that says we have a late participant. So we do have one more for the contest. So everybody places. We have one more person to give their due diligence. All right. I believe it is Tamser, yes? So with that, we'll do our final voting session of the evening. All right. It looked the Council of Elders has convened, decided a winner. First place was Wolfmane with Haunted Lonefall as Sheik/Zelda in first place. For second place, we have Zarkon Monacor as Death at second place. And then for third place, we have My Lady Sylvanas, Megasar, at third place. So these are our three winners for this year. There was like a four-way tie for fourth place. So yeah, the voting this year was extremely intense, and the difference between first place and second place, or first place, second place, and third place was one vote apiece. So all of these costumes this year, like I said, were absolutely amazing and fantastic, and it was a difficult choice. But thank you all for coming out. Thank you for putting on the best display that we've had so far this year. But yeah, thank you once again, everybody, for coming. It was another successful year with some really great costumes.